As humans, we should look at the mistakes of others or past generations have made and see how these mistakes occurred and learn from them, and enough of this God forbid mentality and not my portion stupidity. Hearing the sad news that Davido and Chioma lost their son, Ifeanyi, is another heavy blow, heart-wrenching and heartbreaking. Losing a child is undesirable and unbearable. But how has this happened again? Knowing that banj once suffered this irreparable loss by losing his baby to drowning, and no celebs or non-celebs thought it wise to learn from it. We, parents, must learn from history that private pools for wards, children require the full attention of lifeguard parents or a professional, not domestic help. Your absence gives domestic help altitude to misbehavior or relaxation. Domestic help is another name for outsourcing parenting, and it wouldn't do so much to protect our precious children. Please, dear celebs and non-celebs, let's for once learn from history. As humans, we should look at the mistakes people or past generations have made and see how these mistakes occurred, and learn from them, and enough of this God forbid mentality and not my portion stupidity. There is a saying in our local parlance that if a fire is burning your neighbor's house, don't fold your arms. Also, if your neighbor is being blessed, know that blessings are around the corner for you. We take the latter and ignore the former. No one prays for evil, but it lurks around us. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." I am not a religious person per se, but believe in the cyclical nature of history, and history tends to repeat itself. As memory fades, events from the past can become events of the present. So, how do we prevent history from repeating itself? History will repeat itself. If you are a chicken, you will scratch and peck. If you are a cat, you will scratch and purr. If you are a monkey, you will scratch and swing from trees. If you are a Homo sapiens, you will use a little more variation until you destroy our species. The only way to prevent history from repeating itself is to avoid doing the things people have done in the past that didn't work out. History has proven that strong, thought-controlling governments have not always worked out. Lastly, history will never stop repeating itself as long as there are people who have not learned from it, and if you think will stop repeating itself, then you are naive and do not understand the reality of the situation. There will always be situations in and out of the control. May God comfort you both, Chioma and Davido. Rest in peace, precious soul, Ifeanyi.